I am Trooper Steve, your traffic safety expert here at WKMG News 6. We cover all of Central Florida plus some. Heck, our digital platform, I get viewers that contact me all the way from the West Coast. So welcome on this Tuesday. We are in the city of Deltona, Volusia County City, located on the southern portion here on the inland area, just off of I-4. North of Lake Monroe, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a reference. So, we are here to talk about something, but before we talk about it, I want to have a moment with you guys, because when we explain this, I'm going to explain it the way that it should be conducted, the way that the law says, and the way that it was designed. So let me have a moment with you here. Hear me out. I don't care what you feel, what frustrations you have, where your entitlement level is. I don't care what roadway situations are currently presenting themselves. There are rules to the road that we shall obey, that we should be obeying, that we must obey in order for all of this to work. This is its own separate language that we learn over time, right? Around 15, 16, you start absorbing things that you see out on the streets until you start to get behind the road. I'm here in a parking lot off of Deltona Boulevard, and there is a father and son. This parking lot's dead empty. And a father and son, and he's driving around in his Corolla, and I could tell that he's teaching him how to drive. He's teaching him this new language. He's teaching him the rules. I'm saying this because I know somewhere someone's going to be like, well, traffic's backed, or, well, I just happened to do this. Well, I don't care. I'm here to tell you the way this is designed, the way it's supposed to happen, and the way you should be doing it. I'm going to give it to you the safest way possible, because it's so flippin' easy, guys. But we as people, we ruin everything. That's a lot of duct tape on that car. We tend to take advantage. What's the expression? I give you an inch and you take a mile, or something like that. But that's what happens with traffic. So I need us to pay attention to this. So what are we talking about today? It is not a travel lane, what we're talking about. We're talking about a continuous left turn lane. But it's continuous only on its visual, not for you to be driving in it continuously, right? So let's hop out here. We're on Deltona Boulevard in the city of Deltona. Real quick, if any of you guys from Deltona are currently watching, I hopped on. I'm a big Yelper. I don't plug, I don't make any money from Yelp, but I'm a Yelper. And I always look and find food spots wherever we're on patrol at. I'm struggling with you guys. There was a few spots where I was at, but the reviews weren't that good. So if you know of a really good spot in Deltona, I want to know about it. I'm talking food. All right? So let's hit the road. We're going to pull out here onto Deltona Boulevard. We're up on the north end currently. I'm over by Orlando Medical. They're calling it Orlando Family Medical. I'll give you a cross street, let you guys know exactly where I'm at here in just a second. But we're going to pull on out so that we can show you guys what's going on this morning. Speed limit 35 mile an hour. We're Drake Terrace. So we're now southbound on Deltona Boulevard. Truck coming up behind me pretty quick. Let me speed up, get up to speed here. I'm going to use a lot of the cameras this morning, so just bear with me here as I explain some things. But the goal for us to talk about is that lane that you see right there in the center of your screen. Technically, I'm in the center of your screen, but you know what I'm talking about. That left lane, that left area that divides 4 lanes of traffic. So you have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and it is divided by a center continuous turn lane. So let's talk about what the purpose of that center continuous turn lane is first, right? It's truly there, and I want you guys to take this to heart. It is there for you. It is there to prevent traffic backups. It is there to prevent people from getting into crashes, believe it or not. Why? Because when we're traveling here, if this lane wasn't here, and say I wanted to pull into this Circle K up here, right? And this center lane wasn't here, I'd have to stop right here, but it is there. So I'm going to turn my turning signal in, I'm going to pull in, and it's nice, right? We pull on into the gas station. Carefully, cautiously, we're looking, and we're in. So that center lane is there for you. So don't abuse that, all right? That's the biggest thing I could tell you, is try not to abuse that lane. Or I'm not going to say try, don't abuse the lane. It's also not an area for you to pull into. What do I mean by that? This is what I mean. We're going to come out here. I'm at Fairbairn Drive, and we're going to continue southbound on Deltona Boulevard. I'm going to look left. I'm going to look right. It's clear. Well, now it's not going to be clear because I see some traffic coming. Far left side of your screen, you can see that traffic coming. And then on my left here, I have traffic coming. So I'm going to sit here and wait. What am I not going to do, ladies and gentlemen? I am not going to pull into that center continuous. My left is clear now. My right is clear. So now we're going to pull forward, and we're going to pull all the way through. Where? To my travel lane, not the continuous center travel lane. I hope that's making a little bit of sense, because what do? I've done it. You've done it. I guarantee you've done it. And if you've told me you haven't, I will tell you either you have forgotten or you're lying to me. Because we've all been caught into a situation. I'm not saying it's malicious. This hanger is so annoying. It's not a malicious thing. I don't think people do things maliciously out on this roadway unless you're one of the clowns out there that deserve outrageous tickets. But what I'm saying is we just look for opportunity for us to function. So we end up pulling there and then waiting for traffic to clear. When big no-no, you should not be doing that. So we're now southbound. We're going to continue here. No more double lane. We're in a single lane here. Left turn of the roadway. Signage indicating that. And that center continuous lane continues. So we're going to do this a few times, and we're going to talk about a few different things. So as I'm southbound here, I also need to be aware of what's going on behind me. You should be situationally aware all the time. But why am I worried about what's behind me? Because if he's too close, she's too close, the driver, I got to be careful about that, right? So I want to pull into up here. The front is clear. I'm going to pull into the center. My back is clear. We're good there. Front, no one's coming at me. I'm in the center continuous. I make my left turn. Now, I know this sounds really basic, guys, but we're talking about it because people have questions. And we're going to get to something that's super important here in just a moment once we get back out there. But I pulled into a parking lot that now I'm stuck in. So I want to make sure that we're able to get on out of it. So we're going to hop on out of the parking lot here. I keep losing my dash video here, but it's okay. I can still see you guys. All right, we're here again, right? So now we're going to pull back out. I look left. Clear. No. Car pulled out. I look right. My right is clear. My left is clear. And we're going to pull on out, right? Where are we not pulling into? The center lane. We're pulling into our travel lane. Our travel lane. That is not a temp area, because if someone else was out on Deltona Boulevard and wanted to go into that lane, it's their lane, it's not yours, and now you're blocking them. Now a crash could occur. Now your butt might be sticking out into the lane, and that's the last place you wanted to. Here's another topic. Early mornings on Deltona Boulevard, say you're driving here. Oh, box in the road, be careful. And traffic's backed, right? And we're trying to get out to 40 out here. No, you are not to bypass stop traffic because, say, you need gas. So if I was right here and we were in stop traffic, no one's behind me, and I was in stop traffic and I was trying to get to the racetrack, I can't pull into this center continuous to go all the way up. I need to wait until I can see one of the arrows that indicate my turn or within 200 feet. One of the arrows that indicate my turn or within 200 feet. Does that make sense? Because how often have we seen it? You've been sitting in traffic, right? You're sitting there, you're holding on, you're doing your thing, maybe sipping on your Dunkin' Donut, your Starbucks, whatever. And oh, look at the dogs. They're bumping dogs. You already know we could be talking about the most serious thing. If we see a dog, we're going to stop and we're going to say, I see a dog. So you've been sitting there in traffic and suddenly car goes by on your left-hand side. You're like, what? Wait, I'm stuck in traffic. And then the car is like, keeps going and passing 15 cars just to get down maybe to the Hardee's here or to the McDonald's across the street. That is improper passing. You are using the turning lane for what it is not designated for. You have entered into that lane too early. And I want you to put yourself into another driver's shoes. What if? Traffic is a what if game. Our job is a what if game. My job is to talk about the what ifs with you. What if someone did it properly and they were waiting into their traffic until they felt it was safe to get into that lane, and all of a sudden you're coming barreling down? We're going to have a crash, right? We're going to have a crash. So you need to prevent that stuff from happening. All right, so we're here on the very south end of Deltona Boulevard at, wow, that's a unique name, Welcome Center Drive, right? We're going to look left. Traffic's coming. Nope. So we're clear. We're going to pull on out, and we're going to go about our way northbound here along Deltona Boulevard again. This will be the last time we do this because this is really good stream that we're talking about here. But I hope you understand a little bit as to why I said what I said in the beginning of this stream. This is not about how you feel. This is about what the rules are. This isn't, you're not going to be able to have a discussion with the stop sign or a discussion with the center lane to say, hey, how about we do this today? How about you let me yield to you today? No, that doesn't happen. This is black and very white stuff. The rules are the rules. And if we obey these rules, then you're good to go. So if we wanted to pull into Allstate up here, I can see Allstate. I activate my turning signal, and look at that. I'm here. I want to get into that lane as quickly and as smoothly as possible. We're going to just pretend, so I'm going to put my turning signal, come back out. We come back out. But the goal of this is smooth operations. Gosh, guys, that's why the lane is there. The lane, we should call it a convenience lane, because the lane was designed so that other drivers get out of the way and traffic can keep on moving, right? And as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and not abusing it, we don't have the problems. But if you're joining us this morning, we're here in Deltona. Very quick recap. Talking about the center continuous lanes. What are center continuous lanes? They separate lanes of travel so that other drivers can move into those lanes and make left turns without impeding the flow of traffic. Heck, we can call them convenience lanes, like I said. But there are rules that come with these travel lanes. You are required to yield. You still have to use due care. It is not a lane for you to pass stopped traffic. That is probably the biggest thing I could say. So, when do you get in it? You get in the travel lane to the closest arrow that is going with your flow of traffic or within 200 feet. What do I mean by the closest arrow? Post office is up here. Here's that close arrow. I see it. I see the brake. It is in my direction. I can slide into this. Now, if I was back by the BP and traffic was backed up, I should not be just cruising down that travel lane at whatever said speed limit is and bypassing said traffic. So listen, I hope this brought some clarification to it. I think I did. I think I felt good talking to you guys about this one today. It always gets a little interesting on certain topics, but this was a very clear one. Need you guys to be cautious. Have an amazing day. It's going to be hot out. Stay hydrated, please. Deltona, any of you guys out here watching me this morning, please shoot me a Facebook message. Let me know some good places to grab some grub. But I'm going to cruise around Deltona a little bit, learn a thing or two about Deltona. If you see me, give me a little honk. Thank you for following me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, streaming us on News 6 Plus, clickorlando.com, and the News 6 app. You guys have a great day. Stay safe, wear your seatbelt, and be blessed. Have a good one, guys.